Welcome dear friends, once again this is a recapitulation of graphic presentation। और जल्दी से हम एक बार रिकैपिटुलेट कर लेते हैं इस पूरे लेसन्स को। तो मीनिंग ऑफ ग्राफिक presentation: when data are presented on a graph paper is called graphic presentation। Advantages of a graphic presentation: graphs are very useful in presenting data relating to time series and frequency distribution। Second point, they are also helpful in determining the location of positional averages such as mode and median. They help in studying correlation between the different variables. Now next heading, limitations of graphs. Graphs are of a little use for ordinary people क्योंकि थोड़ा सा स्किल बेस्ड होता है, इसके लिए एक्सपर्टीज़ की ज़रूरत होती है। Second point, in graphs, exact measurement of data is not possible. Third, graphs can be misused by people such as advertisers, politicians, etc. Next heading है general rules for constructing graphs. Each graph should have suitable and self-explanatory title. The scale should be such as to accommodate the whole data. Third point, the length of the graph should be about 1.5 times than its width. Fourth point, a false baseline should be used when the lowest value is relatively high. Next point, for different variables, different types of lines should be used. Every graph should have proper index so as to explain the details of the graph. Next, required footnotes should also be given at the bottom of the graphs. Next point, graphs should be neat and clean. There are two types of graphs: graphs of frequency distribution and graphs of time series. Next heading, types of graphs of frequency distribution: line frequency diagram, second histogram, third frequency polygon, fourth smooth frequency curve, fifth cumulative frequency curve or ogive. Next, types of graphs of time series: graphs of one variables and graphs of two or more variables. Terminology: false baseline: two zigzag horizontal lines drawn above the baseline are called false baseline. Second, time series graphs based on the data relating to time series. Next, frequency graphs based on frequency distribution. Next, histogram, graphs in which frequency are presented in the form of rectangles. नेक्स्ट एक्स एक्सिस और एब्सिसा द हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन को कहते हैं, वाई एक्सिस और ऑर्डिनेट द वर्टिकल लाइन्स को कहते हैं। पॉइंट ऑफ ओरिजिन वेयर द हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड वर्टिकल लाइन्स मीट ईच अदर, उसको हम पॉइंट ऑफ ओरिजिन कहते हैं। लाइन फ्रीक्वेंसी ग्राफ, अ ग्राफ इन विच द डिस्क्रीट सीरीज इज प्रेजेंटेड। नेक्स्ट, फ्रीक्वेंसी पॉलीगन, इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ ग्राफ दैट इज ड्रॉन by joining the midpoints of the rectangles of histogram by straight line. frequency polygon कहते हैं उसको। frequency curve, a frequency curve is a curve which is drawn by joining the midpoints of the rectangles by free hand. Next, ogive curve, it is a curve which is constructed by plotting cumulative frequency data on a graph paper। तो ये हमारा था ग्राफिक प्रेजेंटेशन था पूरे डेटा का, ठीक है। और इसी तरह कुछ और एक दो पॉइंट और हैं इसमें, इसको हम अभी नेक्स्ट वीडियो में देते हैं। थैंक यू। इस वीडियो का पूरा पर्पस मेरा एक ही है, हमारे जो लेट ब्लूमर्स बच्चे हैं, जो क्लास में अटेंशन पे नहीं कर पाते हैं, सेल्फ स्टडी नहीं कर पाते, उनके लिए मैं इसमें जो भी मैं बनाता हूँ थक के बनाऊँ, चाहे जैसे बनाऊँ, लेकिन बनाता ज़रूर। थैंक यू।